Welcome to this session on contextual cues to identify cultural differences. Have you ever misinterpreted a student's silence, body language, or hesitation? These signals often carry cultural meaning, and understanding them is key to inclusive teaching. In this session, you will learn to interpret verbal and nonverbal communication, recognize different participation styles, and understand why some students hesitate to seek help.
Non-verbal cues such as eye contact, posture, and gestures vary across cultures. For example, avoiding eye contact may signal respect rather than disengagement. Similarly, quiet or reserved behavior does not always mean a lack of interest. Providing multiple ways to participate, such as writing or small group discussion, supports all learners.
Direct and indirect communication styles. Communication styles also differ across cultures. In some cultures, students express ideas directly and openly. In others, communication is more indirect, valuing politeness and harmony. Disagreement may be shown through silence or subtle cues rather than open debate.
Why some students hesitate to seek help. Students from cultures that place a strong value on respect for authority or self-sufficiency may hesitate to seek help, even when they are struggling. For some learners, particularly first-generation students, asking for support can feel like a sign of weakness or a threat to their self-image. These cultural norms may appear in the classroom as silence or delayed questions, but this does not mean disengagement.
How lecturers can reduce barriers. Lecturers can reduce barriers by normalizing help seeking, creating low-risk opportunities for support, such as anonymous questions, one-to-one check-ins, or online forums, can significantly reduce barriers. Sharing your own experiences of seeking support shows that learning is collaborative, and asking for help is part of growth.
Students' preferences vary. Some need clear structure and guidance, while others thrive with autonomy and flexibility. Lecturers can support these differences through flexible learning pathways. Structured tasks with clear steps support some learners, while flexible projects suit others. Offering choice helps respect diverse preferences and supports all students to succeed.
High and low context cultures. In high context cultures, meaning is often indirect and context dependent. In low context cultures, communication is clear, direct, and explicit. These differences can lead to misunderstandings. For example, brief instructions may seem sufficient to some students but unclear to others.
Power distance and communication in education. Communication styles reflect how cultures view power and hierarchy. In high-power distance cultures, students show strong respect and may avoid questioning or disagreeing. In low-power distance cultures, students are more likely to speak openly and challenge ideas.
Cultural symbols and meaning. Symbols, colors, and gestures do not have universal meanings. What seems positive in one culture may be confusing or even offensive in another. For example, colors or hand gestures can carry very different meanings, and visuals may unintentionally exclude some groups. From assumptions to curiosity. Avoid assumptions, observe and ask to understand. Approach student behavior with curiosity, not judgment. Pause, notice patterns, and create space for students to explain their perspectives.
When interpreting behavior, look beyond culture and consider intersectionality. Students' actions are shaped by multiple factors, such as gender, ability, and socioeconomic background. For example, avoiding eye contact or hesitating to seek help may reflect different influences rather than disengagement.
How do you interpret your students' behavior? What assumptions do you make when a student is silent or avoids eye contact? We all see through our own cultural filters. Reflecting on these helps us better understand students whose experiences differ from our own. Adapting to communication styles. Effective communication requires adaptability. Students bring different expectations about instructions, feedback, and interaction. Adapting does not lower academic standards, it improves understanding. Some students need clear, explicit guidance, while others benefit from open discussion. When lecturers adjust with awareness and respect, they reduce misunderstanding and support engagement.
Respectful and ethical communication. Cultural awareness in teaching begins with respect. Ethical communication means listening actively, noticing nonverbal signals, and responding with sensitivity. It also means paying attention to who speaks, who stays silent, and how power shapes interaction.
Now we invite you to the quiz section where you can test your knowledge by answering 3 questions. Tick the correct answer. Whether you chose right or wrong, you will be given an explanation for the answer. Here we go.